We just delivered the school supplies yesterday, and it was a lot of fun, but there was a surprise. I'm giving a speech. We're going to talk about the school supply gathering and distribution. Then at the end, I'm going to go over some pricing because I do get a lot of questions on that. So stick around to that if you're interested in pricing. School is starting back up. They have been closed for over 2 years. Buildings are in disrepair. Kids have no kind of school supplies at home, so everybody's starting from scratch. We're going to make some donations to help out as we can. I wanted to do some school supplies this year. Didn't really talk about it online, and I don't do fundraisers because I am not a charity. I like to make that clear. Donations are accepted, but I am not a charity. I don't do fundraisers. However, I had $100 to spare, so I went out and I bought school supplies for just a local school around the corner. We're not going out into the province right now. It's just too complicated. So we're doing a local school. It's almost completely squatters, so I know they need money for school supplies. I contacted the school. They said there's around 40 kids in each grade. 35, 40, 40, different amounts, but it's around 40. And the school supply pack that we buy is about $2.50, pretty much. We can pack it in. If the higher grades do require more, the younger grades are easy. So $100, give or take, can pretty much do the lower grades. So we went out and we bought 45 packs for the first grade. Paper, pencils, erasers, all that. Put it in an old plastic envelope. We didn't do backpacks this year because they're a bit more expensive. And I posted a picture saying, look, we bought this stuff. And that encouraged people to donate. So we got some more money. So I went out and I bought all the second grade supplies. It was a little bit more expensive than the first grade because they got more pencils, more paper. Get a little bit more. When you start going into fourth grade, fifth grade, all that, they start getting rulers, pens. So it goes up a little bit, but not a lot. And the schools here are pretty, the elementary schools anyway, are pretty small. They usually only have around 40 kids in each grade level. So we've done a whole school one time, and the whole school was like 130 kids. We had fun shopping. I love to shop. We put all the packs together. That was a lot of fun, sitting here trying to, put everything in, getting confused. Where to just have pencils. We get lost a lot. It makes it kind of fun. But we finally got everything packed up, and they said, because we're not going to have all the kids in place to hand out to each kid. I enjoy doing that, but that's really, I don't know if that's more for me or for them. The school said it would really be best if we just came during their open house and just delivered them, and then they would distribute them. Now, I trust that they're going to distribute them, I suppose, but yeah, they probably will. I did not realize that this open house was a big, festivity. So they said that it was going to start at 9. We had everything set up. We'll be ready. We'll be there at 9. 7:45, they text and say, hey, we're going to start at 8:30. I'm like, all right, start. We're just dropping stuff off, right? Wrong. We get there at 9, and they were waiting to start for me to show up because it was an actual event. And they met me at the door with a little necklace and set me at the front table with the barangay captain and the fire engineer and said, oh, by the way, just you'll get up and give a few words of encouragement. I'm giving a speech. Now, I talk a lot, but I usually think a little bit ahead. This was like, go up and say something. Yeah, I was not prepared. I was like, that's okay, they don't speak English anyway. My wife laughed and said I just gave them all a nosebleed. But yeah, this was a full-on event. I thought we were just dropping stuff off, And we start off with singing the national anthem, having a prayer. The principal gives a speech. The barangay captain gives a speech. They had me come up and give a speech. They had the fire engineer come up. He gave a short speech, but mostly sang a song. And when he says, I'm going to include a song, my first thought was, oh no, because a lot of this karaoke is not very good. This cat can sing. I was like, everybody was like, as soon as he started singing, they all were cheering because they were all also probably thinking, oh no. Dude was good. I don't know what the song was about because it was not in English.
I hope you continue the support. I know what I'm saying here. Your wife also understands, so he will relay it to you, okay? Ha? Magulit ka mo, malasa, turo matululigan.
But it was a fun little thing. I had no idea this whole event was going on. Like I said, I thought we were just dropping stuff off, They built this was going on anyway. They didn't do this because of us bringing things, but I was included into it, and I did not know. I thought it was just like, they said it was an open house, and then they're going to start cleaning and painting, so I thought it was just getting all the parents there, and yay, team, let's go, and then I could just drop stuff off anytime. Oops. So we had this big, long event, and it was kind of fun, and I am now a stakeholder of the school. I'm not sure what that means. Probably means they're going to contact me for money at Christmas. We'll see. And then they served us arroz caldo, which I love. So it was a good time. Also, along with the supplies we were able to donate, we donated like 40 or 50 books to the school library. I got those in a recent ballot buy-in box. So we gave them the supplies and books. They really always appreciate books.
We are lucky enough. We have someone like Sir Spotwood will donate us school supplies for grade 1 and grade 2, right, sir? So let's give him a round of applause.
So I got the first grade, post online, and then go at the beginning. So I got the second grade, and going to the book. So there's 400 different books.
We were able to provide school supplies, kind of a starter pack. It's not going to get them through the whole year, but it's a good starter pack for all the first graders, all the second graders. Plus we bought a classroom fan, ceiling mounted fan, and some classroom supplies. Now the fan and the classroom supplies are going to a different school out in the province. They've been begging for a fan for a couple of years now. I really appreciate the donations. It helps a lot. I love giving stuff out to the kids. I do a little bit with what I have. If I get more, I give more. But I never really do fundraisers. So it's kind of like if people send money, I spend it. If they don't spend money, I don't. I could probably work it more, but then I don't want it to look like I'm trying to run a charity. I want to avoid any legal issues. There's a lot here. I do what I can with what I have, and I try and avoid any legal troubles. Some guys have gotten in trouble by presenting themselves as a charity. I want to be clear, this is not a charity. Now I want to talk about a little about the pricing, because some people want to know how much is the stuff here. The classroom supplies were all pretty cheap. I actually didn't pay attention to the pricing on it, other than that giant box of chalk. It's half a kilo, so it's over a pound of chalk. It's around 100 sticks, 45 pesos. It was less than $1. I was really shocked. I was like, that's crazy cheap. We were buying it. I didn't even know how much it was. I didn't ask how much it was. And I looked at the receipt later and I was like, I couldn't believe how cheap it was. So they got lots of chalk. Bought them some colored chalk and stuff as well. These backpacks from National Bookstore are shockingly good. They're pretty sturdy, decent sized, and 100 pesos. That is $2. You can hardly beat that. Only problem is they don't always have them in stock. We did look this year just because we were passing through one of the stores and they had 6. Last time we did this, we did like a whole big barangay worth of school supplies. We bought, I think, 20 of them. And that was all they had. So they don't always have them, but boy, when they have them, these are cheap and really good quality. I can't believe that's only $2. Crayons are reasonably priced. As you can see, the Crayola brand is about double any of the local stuff. We generally go for the medium price local stuff because the Crayola is a little bit high. We did buy a whole school full of Crayola one time, but that generally does not happen. They have pencils that are really cheap. Some are 5 pesos, which is 10 cents for one. These others are 10 pesos, 20 cents for 3. And Melanie says neither of those are worth buying. Even as a kid, you sharpen those and you know it's not going to work. As you're sharpening it, they break. She says they're really bad and not worth buying. So we have to buy Mongol. Is that the name? Yes. They're 135 pesos for a box of 12. So it's about 11 pesos each, 22 cents per pencil. She says they're the only ones here worth buying. So we do buy those. They cost a little, good bit extra. But she says they're the only ones worth using. Melanie's pretty cheap. If she says it's worth paying extra for something, I believe her. These scissors don't make sense. The cheap ones here are 10 pesos each, so 12 would be 120. A pack of 12 is 75, but individually they're 10. That's a great discount. The confusing part was the 19 peso scissors are still only 75 for a pack of 12. Math is not my strongest suit, but that doesn't add up. Not complaining, because that's a great discount. They don't discount much here, but it was weird. The pencil sharpeners were just as bizarre. 3 pesos each, so a box of 24 should be 72 pesos. A box of 24 is 42 pesos. This is almost half price. If you're buying 1 or 2, I guess it's okay, but when you're buying a box, they discount the heck out of this stuff. So when we're buying bulk, we can really get a much better price. We're buying, we'll go in and buy 3 or 4 boxes. They even knock a little bit extra off. It's crazy. Most places do not give discounts. This really surprised us. And the erasers were decent discount, not as insane as the, percentage-wise as the sharpeners. But they're 8 pesos each. Box of 36 should be 288, but it's 215. So, again, it's surprising that they give such good discounts. Most places here are not known for their discounts, and this is not bartering with them. This is sticker price. They're like, if you're going to buy a box, they call a box wholesale, 1 box, and they think you're wholesale, so they give you this much better price. My sister sends us a ballot buying box every year, and she puts a lot of school supplies in, mostly books. We do have a subscriber that has sent, I think, 3 ballot buying boxes so far, which is amazing. And I've shown them as we open them. It's great. They send books, school supplies, some gifts. It's been really nice. I really appreciate it. And the school supplies from the U.S., I don't know if they're any cheaper, but they are probably better quality. I'm not even positive on that. The Crayola is probably Crayola, but like the cheap sharpeners and stuff like that, I hope they're better quality in the U.S. because the ones here are kind of junky. But, people send supplies, people send money. It's all good because it all works. actually the subscriber that was sending the boxes asked, is it better to send money? And I was like, well, it depends. If there's certain products you want to send, or you just enjoy shopping like I do, and you enjoy making the box, then by all means do that. If you just want to send money and let me buy it, you can do that. It's whatever, if they're going to help, they can help any way they want, and I appreciate it so much. But we had 3 subscribers chip in on this, and really with no prompting on my part, and just really turn this into a very fun day. We got to provide all the school supplies to get started. Again, it's not the year's worth of supplies, but it's a good starter pack for all the first graders and second graders. We donated like 50 books to the school library, and we donated classroom supplies and a fan to another school. Now, the next project, this one's going to be fun. Melanie found a school that she really wants to help. She has like a friend that teaches at this school way up in the mountains. I want to know simple things like how do they get Cokes and stuff up there for their sorry. Because she says you have to get off the motorcycles, and it's a 3-hour hike up the mountain to this barangay. And I was like, there's no road. I mean, there's got to be something. How do they get groceries? I don't know. So she wants to buy, like, it's a small school. It's only like 85 kids total, K through 6. She wants to buy for all of them, like at Christmas. And she was going to like pay somebody to take them. But I was like, no, if we're going to do it, I'll do it. It's a 3-hour hike up a mountain. We'll see. It could be fun. Or you could get a video of me falling to my death, which could be fun. Not for me. So that's our next plan. We're going to try and do, it's a smaller school, but it's way, way out. Very, very remote. So that one's going to need to be like slippers, school supplies, toothbrushes. It's going to need to be a good bit more because those kids need more. Most of them just go to school barefoot out there. You can forget school uniforms. And I don't know what they do for school supplies that far away. So it's extremely remote. And actually it could be interesting. So hopefully that'll be at Christmas. I think that's a little too soon. I think it's going to be later. We'll see how it goes. We enjoyed doing this. We had a really good time. They seem to appreciate it. And thank you all for the support. That really does mean a lot. The school is giving me a little plaque on Friday, and it's going to have my name on it. It's not going to have anybody's, y'all's names, and I apologize. But the one out in Antique put Melanie's name and didn't put mine, which is fine. So we enjoy doing it. They just don't always know how big an event it is and how many people are helping. And I appreciate everything so much. I really do.
Enjoy your day in paradise.